This is the OTP. I'm Amie Wells, and we are joined by Jeffery Simmons. Jeff, you are one game away from finishing your 7th NFL season. Does it feel like it's been 7 years?
It flies by, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, geez, I'm on year 7 already. I'm a real vet now. The body, you know, especially, that's the reason why I wanted to change my habits. I wanted to change my diet. The way I approach this season, I wanted to change that because I know I am getting older. So I didn't feel year 7 until maybe now, week 18. But, you know, I think that's the, you know, props to the people I'm around, my nutritionists, my mentors, and things of that nature in the offseason that telling me, okay, like my uncle, he done this for 10 years. He telling me, you need to get light on your feet, time to lose some weight. Like, that's the type of things that I'm grateful to have in my corner, to be able to give me them advices and show me the way, especially getting older in the NFL. So it's been a great year. It's been a great year on year 7, and you know, I'm looking forward to, you know, finish the year out the right way.
Anyone you talk to around here, whether it be the media or people in the building, coaches, staff, anybody, they say there's something different about you this year. I don't know if it's on the field, off the field, what has changed, but something about you feels a little older, more mature, maybe wiser. Do you feel those things?
Yeah, I would say just, you know, I'm big on myself. Like, I'm one of my biggest critics. And you know, I do a lot of reflecting. I tell people I reflect a lot, you know, because when things happen throughout a season, like last season, like things were happening and, you know, it's like, maybe I should have went about this a different way. Maybe I should have done this a different way. Maybe I should have approached the game different. Maybe I should have approached my teammates different. And so when you go through them things, them phases of the season, and you do all the reflecting that I did, it's like, how can I have done better? So I meet with coach, like I met with Denard, I met with Rocknam, I met with Callie last offseason to just get feedback of how can I be a better leader off the field, but also my game on the field. And, you know, it just, the things that I was committed to this offseason to, like I said, changing my body was my biggest thing, and coming back to being the leader I knew this team needed, because we had a young team, and I knew the type of leadership that we was going to need. So that was one of the biggest things that I was focused on, calling my uncle. I'm calling guys like DeMarcus Ware, who played a long time in this league, to knowing that guys respect him as not just a football player, but as a locker room guy, as a leader, as a teammate. So them the type of tools I actually worked on this offseason. And that, you know, ultimately helped me be a better football player, because I knew I've been playing football since I was 5. So football things would come, and it's all the things, all the small details and all the small things outside of being on the field on Sundays, them the type of things I was focused on, because I knew that would help improve my game.
Well, the football things did come in 2025. Statistically, it was your best, if not one of the best seasons of your career. But there was a lot of other things that were really challenging this season. Obviously, the wins and losses weren't what we wanted them to be. Obviously, there was a lot of changing and adversity throughout the year. Did all of that motivate you to perform the way that you did on Sundays?
You know, I think I never got outside of the moment. I would say for me, it was more of control what I control, and that's was my goal this season. And coming to this season is, you know, let's not worry about stats. Let's not worry about the things I can't control. You know, that was my goal this year, was to stay in the moment. And that's go from like last season, that's like go back to saying how I reflect. Last season, when we started losing them games, I was trying to chase plays. I was chasing plays to where I felt like I had to make that play to win a football game for us. But it was some times where it was hurting the defense, because now I'm jumping out my gap. Now I'm doing something that unusual of that defense that was called. So I think that was my goal this year, no matter what going on, to stay in the moment. And when I'm in that moment, when I'm locked in on doing my job, can't nobody block me, especially one-on-one. So I think that was my mindset this season. How can Jeffery Simmons stay in the moment and be the best he could be for the team?
As a leader on this team, I think a lot of guys noticed that and saw that and tried to replicate it in their own game. Is that what your leadership style is all about? Yeah, we hear you talking, we hear you giving people trouble and all of that, but it's leading by example and hoping that other people kind of emulate that?
For sure. And when you hold the standard high for yourself and you know that the coach is holding you to a high standard, and now as they say, I don't try to say this because I try to be humble at everything I do, but when you hear the coaches say, when your best player if your best player doing it, you could do it. And, quite kind of honest, like I've been here 7 years and, I know what it feels like to win. And if I could show these young guys, yes, I'm 300 pounds and I'm going to run out the stack, the ball away from me, I'm going to run to the ball. I'm going to do everything I can to help this team win. Yes, like you said, you're going to hear me every day. You're going to hear me, like, guys hate it. Sometimes on Sundays, guys may hate it, but I'm going to let them know that I'm coming to play today, and I'm going to show my actions and the way I play going to speak. Because I always tell guys, and they hear from Denard as well, your film is your resume. The way whatever you put on film, that's who you are as a player. And, each and every day, not just in the building, not just on the practice field, but on Sundays, I try to go out there. Yes, it sucks getting double teams a lot, but when that ball away from me, how hard can I play? How hard can I just be around the ball? So, that's kind of the standard that I hold myself to. And you also, I got to hold my teammates to that standard as well, so.
There's a lot of young guys on this team, a lot of young guys who are getting some real significant playing time. How impressed have you been by the rookie class, some of those younger guys on this team who've been asked to do a lot more than most rookies are asked to do?
Yeah, I love our rookie class. They got a lot of personality. I mean, start with our quarterback. He got a lot of personality. So, I mean, when you draft a rookie class like that, yes, I knew Cam was going to play right now. I knew maybe Gunnar would play right now. But when you got guys like Marcus Harris, who, him and Kevin Winston that, of course, got injured, we had 2 starter safeties. I didn't expect them guys to play. We had Snead, we had corners. I didn't expect them guys to actually be on the field. But to see the way they came in and worked they tail off, because you just never know when your name will be called. And them guys was ready to play when their name was called. So, it was good to see that. That's why, and I even said I've been bragging on, I think I've been bragging on a little too much, because Cam won't leave me alone sometimes. He think he the big dog around here. But, it's fun to see how they have embraced the team. It's fun to see that they understand what it's going to be moving forward, because you can hear them talking throughout the locker room. They're going to help us win a lot of football games around here. And that's the reason why I'm so excited for the future around here in Tennessee.
And you as a leader leading that charge, someone who has seen winning football, someone who has been here through the highs, the lows, the ups and downs, every part of this, you can help lead the way and establish what that needs to be.
Most definitely. And that's the reason why I say that's the reason why I try to lead and I try to show by example the way I do. I think that's where, to be my first 3 years, I knew what it felt like to be in the playoff. And I know what it felt like these last 4 years to not make the playoff at all. So, and that's the reason why I emphasize, I don't want to go nowhere. When we're talking just about the game of football, I want to be here. I want to make sure that my leadership is the reason why we could get there, because like you said, I know what it takes. And as much as I could keep helping these young guys improve, not just on the field with their play, but with their leadership, like Cam, if I could get Cam to be one of the best leaders in that locker room, in the NFL, that we could go places, because we know he has the talent, but how can he keep getting better as a leader to make sure he could get everything he can out of that offense? And the same thing with me on the defense. Them guys know I'm gonna push them as hard as anybody. Sometimes harder than the coaches, because I know the potential that they have especially young guys, that I know what it takes to get back to winning football games.
When you were drafted by the Tennessee Titans, and I went back and watched the video just to confirm that I was remembering this right, you made a promise to Titans fans that you were going to do everything that you could do to make them proud. Are we still seeing you living out that promise?
It wasn't so much of, I want to kind of prove the outsiders wrong. I know who I am as a person. I know who I am as a player. It's all about, yes, I'm going to continue to make you guys proud. I'm going to continue to do the work that needs to be done, especially in our community. That's one of the things that I'm really, proud of. I'm so committed to, because, this our platform, without using our platform, especially being in the NFL, I think it's very pointless to not use their platform and to continue to make this city proud, not just with my play, but the way I try to make an impact, the way I try to just be a light in the community. I think that's what, yes, the football is going to take care of itself, but I think that's what really make me really proud to see the impact that I have on our community and especially our youth.
And I mean, the impact that you've had throughout the 2025 season is bananas. There were, 10 days all season where you weren't out in the community doing something? It felt like every week, multiple days a week, you were involved in something. And it was heavily youth, but it was everywhere. You were all over the place. Is that something that you want to continue going forward, that pace of doing things?
Yeah, I won't slow down because I know our community need us. All youth need us. And I constantly keep saying it. And it's one of them things where, you hate to talk about it, but it's just like, for me personally, when I have a break-in in my home and you see these young kids, I mean, these kids not old on this camera. I'm looking at my camera footage. I'm like, these young guys, I'm maybe 20, like these young people, like young guys, maybe if I could have just talked to them, like maybe I could have just reached out and be like, everything good, or, it's another way to live your life. And that's the reason why my foundation is such around our youth, because you just never know. You never know, like talking to one kid, like you go to the detention center, you're talking to these kids and, man, I appreciate you. And, when I get out of here, I'm going to change my life around. Like, them the type of things that you want to hear. Them the type of things that the reason why you play the game of football, to be able to use that platform and our platform to get our youth, because they are our future. Get our youth out the streets, and it's better. It's more things than jail or being in the graveyard. So, and that's my message to our young kids. And like I said, they are our future, and it's going to take all of us.
Well, Jeffery Simmons, we know how much Titans fans appreciate you for what you do on the field. We know how much this community appreciates you for what you do off the field. And I appreciate you for taking this time to sit and chat with me a little bit.
Appreciate you. Always an honor. Always an honor.
Well, for Jeffery Simmons, I'm Amie Wells, and this has been the OTP.
Titans fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of Tighten Up and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Titans games or to any live event in Nashville, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Tennessee Titans.
Home is at the forefront of all we do. It's why we're so committed to caring for the places and spaces in which we work and live. Ashley, the official furniture provider of the Tennessee Titans. Genesis is the first and only official jeweler of the Titans, having earned that title since 2006. Titans players, coaches, and fans trust Genesis for the absolute best in selection, quality, customer service, and of course, value. For diamonds, engagement rings, designer fashion jewelry, and the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolexes in Tennessee, Genesis is the hands-down winner. Genesis Diamonds in Green Hills and Cool Springs, the official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans.
Hey football fans, satisfy your halftime hunger with Snickers, and you could win sweet prizes this NFL season. Visit snickers.com/halftime to enter and view the official rules. Pick up Snickers at a Kroger near you.
When you bring Hellman's Creamy Buffalo Chicken Dip to the watch party, you can cheer too loud or block the TV or be a couch coach, and no one will eject you from the game. That's a Hail Mayo. Hellman's, the official mayo of the Tennessee Titans. Hey Titans fans, with a Kroger Boost membership, you'll score big with double fuel points, free delivery, and lots more. Go to Kroger.com/boost for details. Kroger, the official grocer of the Tennessee Titans. Tighten up. Christie Cookie can create custom holiday tins for any size business. Visit ChristieCookies.com and click on corporate gifts for more information. All of your holiday needs are covered with Christie Cookie. Titans fans, get 15% off your Little Caesars order of $15 or more at participating stores using code TITANS15 at checkout. That, of course, excludes taxes and other fees. Pizza.